Welcome back to the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise here on Madden 25, and I am hoping that today my voice is completely back to normal. I thought it was in the last episode, and as I was editing, I found out it definitely wasn't, so really hoping that my voice is back to normal today. Moving past that though, we did get our very first win in the last episode, a 39-38 victory over Indianapolis, where the Indianapolis Colts could have very easily sent the game into overtime, but instead decided to go for two, which was a wild decision, I think, but obviously it worked out well for us. Going into today's episode, there are a few injuries we need to go over. In the last episode, we already saw that Brian Brown is out for the year, Tyler Shelvin has a small injury, and Caleb Harrison has a small injury, but we had a brand new injury in the last game, and that is center Cade Mays has a broken thumb and will miss the next 4 weeks of the season. So what I'm going to do with him right now is put him on IR, and we're going to sign a new center. And I am still going to be sticking to my rule for right now that no one over a 70 overall shall get signed from free agency, which is why we're going to bring in center Pat Elflein, and he will most likely become our starter immediately. However, that is not going to be our only change on offense. You may have noticed that wide receiver Tyquan Thornton was no longer in the injury list, and that is because I decided to pull him off of IR and make him our wide receiver too. It had been Matt Skandrick, he was doing okay, but I really want to see if we could just open up the passing game and give Thornton a little bit of a chance here to see if he belongs on this team or not. So in order to make room, I released wide receiver Marion McMillan from the practice squad, and then I moved wide receiver Tyler Andrews down to the practice squad to make room for Thornton. There are a handful of upgrade points that we have going into this week, starting with middle linebacker Tracy Wilcox. We'll have his field general. He's going to get +2 to awareness, 1 to block shed, 1 to man coverage, and 3 to play rec. And then next up, we have outside linebacker Austin Acosta. We're going to upgrade his pass coverage, just trying to get these guys as high as overall as possible. And he's going to get +1 to tackle and 2 to zone. And this upgrade is actually going to be a pretty big one. Wide receiver Kyrie Smith was a 7th round draft pick, is still a normal dev trait, but possibly upgrading his playmaker ability here will move him to a 70 overall, and it will. So now all 3 of our starting receivers, or our main receivers, because Kyrie Smith is our slot guy, are up to a 70 overall. He gets +1 to carrying, catching traffic, deep route, juke move, and short route running, and then 2 to medium route running, and 4 to spectacular catching. And then finally, we have running back Keelan Wayne, who is a 68 overall right now. We're going to upgrade his elusive back, go up to a 69 overall. He is going to get +1 to break tackle, juke move, and spin move, and 2 to his carrying. We apparently also get a text message from our defensive coordinator. We need to shift our focus to the Dolphins. What do we find through film study? Our secondary is going to have a hard time against our quarterback. Good to know. Let's go talk to the defense about it. All right, let's see what the defense has to say. Let's talk about the Dolphins. All right, I guess, that's a great way to start that. In film study this morning, we talked about how Tua could cause problems for our secondary. What's the plan to deal with that? That is Tracy Wilcox, our starting middle linebacker. We're going to say, I don't really know. Our safeties might need to have great play rec, so we're going to go with that. So we're going to try to up the safeties play rec for this week. I figured we would get a small boost for this game. I did not think it would be a +15 boost to play rec. That's a little bit insane. But we also have a press conference, and these have not been going well in this series. I've kind of ruined our quarterback, not completely ruined him, but we have definitely not been talking great about our quarterback apparently. We'd like to get your take on how successful play calling has been. Let's focus on defense. I don't know if you guys know this. I let my defensive coordinator call plays. I actually don't call anything. I just kind of sit there and watch and manage the team. How often your team sacks the quarterback? Not very often. I will answer that. Does your team's averaging at least 2 sacks per game? Is your team higher or lower than that? I am going to say lower. I'm going to really hope I'm not wrong. I know we've had a couple games where we got a few sacks. That's right. The experts will appreciate how aware you are of your analytics. All right, cool, I guess. Your players appreciate you knowing the analytics. Their morale has increased by 5, and you've earned 7 staff points. All right, so the players know we're not getting pressure on the quarterback. Going into this game, Tua is going to be an 86 overall. At running back, they have an 85 overall in Devon Achane. It's either Achane or Achane. I might change it up as I go throughout the episode because I'm not 100% sure how to say his name. And then they have Jalen Wright backing him up at a 77 overall. At wide receiver is a 97 overall Tyreek Hill with 95 speed. Jalen Waddle, 86 overall with 97 speed. And then Bryson Manning, a rookie out of Oklahoma, that is a 75 overall. Over at tight end, they have a 78 overall. Left tackle will be a 78 as well. Left guard is going to be a 70. Center is a 79. Right guard is a 73. And right tackle is a 74. Jumping over to defense, we start with an 80 overall left end. At right end is a 68 overall. Defensive tackle is a 71. Outside linebacker is an 84. Middle linebacker is going to be a 77. Right outside linebacker is an 80 overall. And then at corner, they have a 95 in Jalen Ramsey, an 85 in Kendall Fuller. At free safety is an 85 in Javon Holland, and strong safety is a 76 overall rookie and Brian Conrad. So coming off our very first win of the season, we'll see if we can keep that momentum rolling as we go to Miami and take on the Dolphins. We jump in on our very first drive as a 3rd and 9 from the 44. Richardson dropping back, throwing to the outside. He finds Braden Willis for the first down the sideline, fights his way to the 24. Now Richardson lines up under center. He will drop back to pass again. And he's going to fire this one over the middle to an open man. It is Braden Willis again, this time down to the 10-yard line. The very next play would be an incomplete pass to wide receiver Dimitri Cox, so now it's a 2nd and 10. Richardson going back under center, and once again looking to pass, goes to the outside, finds Braden Willis for the 3rd time on this drive, and this time it sets up a 3rd and 7. Richardson going back under center again. Keelan Wayne is lined up at running back, but obviously we will be looking to pass here. He's going over the middle, he finds his man, and a touchdown to Tyquan Thornton in his first game for Toronto. However, the Dolphins are looking to respond. It's a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Tua will drop back to pass. He's looking to run hit as he's throwing, and it will count as an incomplete pass. I honestly do believe that should have been an incomplete pass, but it was real close to a fumble. 2nd and goal now. Out of a pistol set, he's going to send his tight end out wide. Now he's going to bring him back in. I believe Achane is lined up at running back, and they give it to him, who was met immediately and brought down. A 3rd and goal from the 3. Making that tackle was safety Caden Stearns, one of the guys that's getting plus 15 to play rec for this week. So now on 3rd and goal, they come out in shotgun. Tua will look to pass again. Stay in the pocket. He's going to try to take off, and Tua will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. On the ensuing Toronto drive, we have gotten into Miami territory again for a 3rd down, and he finds his man for the 1st, and that is Kyrie Smith all the way down to the 17. We seem to at least have a passing attack figured out so far, as Richardson will draw back to pass again, roll into the outside, needs to get rid of it, and will ultimately throw that one away. Now on a 2nd and 10, we come out in shotgun. Keelan Wayne is the running back. We have yet to see them hand the ball off, and we won't see it on this play. Dropping back to pass, and he's getting sacked on the play for a loss of 6. That will set up a 3rd and 16 now from the 23-yard line. And a shotgun set again, a quick pass to the outside, caught by DJ Dallas, who gets to the outside, breaks the tackle, but is brought down, and we should settle for a field goal try. Out comes rookie kicker Sam Haynes for about a 36-yard attempt to put us up by 3. The snap of the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be good. The Dolphins are driving on their next possession, though. At the 22-yard line, it's a 3rd and 1. He's going to send a man in motion, take the snap, hand off to Achane to the outside for the 1st down, all the way to about the 15-yard line. That play would take us down to the 2-minute warning here of the first half. Tua will drop back to pass. He's throwing to the outside. He finds his man. I believe that's Jonnu Smith, who is going to be met and brought down to the 10. That will set up a 2nd and 4. They will come out in shotgun again. Achane is lined up in the backfield. Tua out of shotgun will drop back to pass. I think I said shotgun twice, but he's under pressure and will throw this one through the back of the end zone. So we have a chance to hold them to a field goal try here on a 3rd and 4. From the 10, out of a shotgun set, a quick throw and a jumping reception, I believe, by Tyreek Hill, and that will get him the 1st down. It would officially set up a 1st and goal from the 3. About 35 seconds to go in the half. Tua will drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket, he's under pressure, and he's getting sacked on the play by Amari Barno all the way back to the 10-yard line. And Miami would burn that first time out. So now a 2nd and goal from the 10. Out of a shotgun set, he'll drop back to pass. He's going to roll to the outside under pressure again, and this time he gets sacked all the way back to the 21. And I honestly don't even know who that was by. It was number 91, which is going to be Kyle Phillips. So now a 3rd and goal. He will drop back to pass again. Dance around the pocket. Finally lets this one go to the end zone, and a wide open man. Touchdown, Miami. How do you let your man get that open? Can we at least see a replay of it? It looks like our defensive back just overran the route through the back of the end zone for some reason. Just great awareness on the play, I guess, and Miami will take the lead. The Dolphins would get the ball to start the second half. They have driven down to the 29-yard line. It's a 3rd and 10. Tua will drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket. Has a lot of time. Finally running out of it. Now he's going to roll to the outside, and he will take off and slide down shy of the marker by about 6 yards. and should bring out their field goal kicker to try to make this a 7-point game. This will be about a 41-yard attempt to make it 17-10. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be good. The Thunderbirds have once again gotten into Miami territory, but it's a 3rd and 15. It's going to be a screen to the outside that gets absolutely nothing. In fact, it actually loses a yard. So once again, we will send out Sam Haynes. This one for about a 50 or a 51-yard try. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be no good. On Miami's next drive, though, the defense would force a punt, but unfortunately, we now face a 3rd and 8 from our own 4, going downfield and overthrowing his receiver. We will once again have to, actually for the first time today, I believe, we'll punt it away. And look at the absolutely monster punt that Lou Headley just drilled. It was a 70-yard punt in simulation. I think the punting in simulation might be a little bit broken. And as we now jump to the 4th quarter, Devon Achane just ran for a 30-yard touchdown in simulation to make it 24-10 with 10:50 to play. However, it does not look like we are going to go away easily. A 3rd and 3 from the 32. Richardson will drop back to pass. He's going to fire this to the outside. That is going to be caught by Thornton, who gets down inside the 15-yard line. Once again, Richardson comes out with no one else in the backfield. He will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to fire this to the end zone, and that one gets knocked away. He was trying to hit Thornton, I believe, in the back of the end zone. That will lead to a 2nd and 10. Richardson back in shotgun again. DJ Dallas in the backfield. And we will see our first ever run play today. This is the first one we actually got to witness, and it gets nothing. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Keelan Wayne still the running back. He will drop back to pass. He's throwing to the outside. He's got an open man. That's Dimitri Cox, who breaks the tackle and then is brought down to bring up a 4th and 3 from the 6-yard line. And we're going to settle for a field goal. I really don't like this call. We're down by 2 touchdowns, and we're going to stay down by 2 scores because the kick is good, but that is not the right call there. We jump in on Miami's next drive, a 3rd and 5 from their own 35. Tua drops back to pass. He's standing in the pocket. He has a bit of time to throw. Now he's under pressure and getting sacked on the play, and the offense will be getting the ball back. We take over at the 20-yard line with 5:24 to go and all 3 timeouts. Going over the middle, we find our man, and that is a 1st down to Matt Scandrick all the way to the 45. Officially under 5 minutes to play. He'll come back in shotgun again. He will take the snap and look to go downfield one more time. And he's going to finally let this one go when he finds an open man. That is DJ Dallas, our running back to the Miami 41. Kind of wish we had a little bit more urgency. We are burning a lot of the clock off here. 4:05 to go. Richardson back in shotgun. Keelan Wayne back in at running back. Richardson will be looking to pass. He's standing in the pocket, has all day to throw. Throws to the outside. That is going to be caught for the 1st down by Kyrie Smith. Now the 25-yard line. He will drop back to pass out of shotgun again. Needs to get rid of this one under a lot of pressure. Sacked, fumbles the ball, and Miami has recovered it. I don't know what he was attempting there. He was definitely trying to make a play out of nothing. Should have just thrown the ball away, and that is probably going to cost us this game. I mean, it was going to take a miracle anyway. And there it is. That leads to your final score of 24-13. I still really don't agree with the call to kick that field goal when we had the 4th down in the 4th quarter. I would have just gone to the end zone to see if we could make it a 1-score game, but obviously it wouldn't have mattered anyway when Richardson fumbled that ball away. So we do fall to 1-6, and our winning streak will stop at 1 game. Statistically, it looks like Ben Richardson had a really good day, but I feel like most of those yards did not come until the 4th quarter, because at one point in the 4th quarter, I saw his stats and he was under 200 passing yards. He finishes 26 for 34, 329 yards, and 1 touchdown. On the ground, cool, we're back to not running the ball at all. Keelan Wayne, 5 carries for 18 yards. DJ Dallas got 3 for 2. And then receiving, Tyquan Thornton was our leading receiver, 6 for 71 yards and a score. Kyrie Smith, 5 for 63. Braden Willis, 5 for 56. And now we'll jump over to defense. Our 2 rookie linebackers lead our team in tackles, both coming away with 7 today. We had a total of 4 sacks, 2 from Kyle Phillips, 1 from Adam Butler, and 1 from Amari Barno, but we got no interceptions. And then Tua ends up going 18 for 26, 177 and a touchdown. On the ground, Achane ran for 79 yards and a score. Tua even ran in for a touchdown. And then receiving, it looks like Tyreek Hill had 5 for 53 and Jalen Waddle 5 for 54. And then Bryson Manning was the only one to catch a touchdown for them. Following that week, we do have a couple upgrades here. We're going to start with Braden Willis. We're going to upgrade his vertical threat, and he's going to get a few attributes here: 2 to awareness, 1 to catch in traffic, 2 to medium route, 1 to release, and 1 to run block. And then we have our franchise quarterback in Ben Richardson. We're going to upgrade his field general trait. So right now he's a 78 overall, a little bit low on morale, but he gets +1 to play action, 2 to throw accuracy mid, and 3 to throwing under pressure. Now our next game is against the 4-3 New England Patriots, but we do have a linebacker breakout scenario. Well, not who I thought it was going to be. I would assume it was going to be Tracy Wilcox or Austin Acosta, our two rookies. It's actually going to be Amari Barno who has a breakout scenario. And he doesn't even have an actual scenario. He just gets upgraded to a star dev trait. So I guess that's pretty cool. We also have a game day challenge to get him 6 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. Well, that's going to be up to you, my guy. The New England Patriots are going to be led by a 79 overall quarterback in Drake May. Over at running back, they have an 83 overall in Ramondre Stevenson, a former Oklahoma Sooner. Then over at wide receiver, they have Chris Godwin, who was an 86 overall, Demario Douglas, who was an 80, and Juju is apparently back here at a 78 overall. At tight end, they have an 81 overall in Hunter Henry. Left tackle is going to be a 77, left guard's a 76, center is a 76, right guard's a 73, and right tackle is an 82. Now over on defense, they do have a 79 overall at left end, at right end's an 81 overall, defensive tackle will be a 78, outside linebacker will be a 78, middle linebacker is going to be an 83, right outside linebacker is going to be an 81, at corner they have an 89 overall in Christian Gonzalez and an 80 overall in Jonathan Jones. At free safety is an 86 in Jabril Peppers, and strong safety is Kyle Duggar at an 84. But for this game, we are back in Toronto, so hopefully our home field advantage can try to get us our second win on the season. The Patriots will end up getting the ball first, and they face a 3rd and 11 at the Toronto 29. May will drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen to the outside, and we brought a blitz, so that was a perfect time to call it, and Stevenson will truck through a man to get the first down. That leads to a 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. May back in shotgun, will drop back to pass, and he's going to fire this to the outside. That'll be caught for a gain of about 6 yards. That will set up a 2nd and 4, now at the 10-yard line. This time it's going to be a run play to the outside. He will get met and brought down for no gain on the play to lead to a 3rd and 4. May will now line up under center on the next play. Ramondre Stevenson is back in the backfield, but May will be looking to pass. Going to the end zone, that one will be caught for the touchdown, and New England will take a 7-0 lead. And we now get to jump into the second quarter where it's a 3rd and 13. It's still 7-0. All we were able to do was go 3 and out and punt it away, but now we've held them to a 4th and 13. So they will send out their kicker for a 54-yard field goal to try to make this a 10-0 game. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be no good. However, immediately following the missed field goal, Ben Richardson gets picked off, and they take over at the 27-yard line, and an incomplete pass will bring up 2nd and 10, and then a 3rd and 7 following a 3-yard run. He comes out in shotgun. May will look to pass. He steps up in the pocket. Now he may try to take off, and he will for the first down, and more slides down to bring up a 1st and goal from the 9. That will lead to a pistol set. Ramondre Stevenson is in the backfield. And that's going to be a false start, or is it going to be a neutral zone infraction? We'll have to see what the refs are going to rule here. It will be a false start. Well, at least we catch that break. 1st and goal from the 14. May will drop back to pass now. He's going over the middle, finds his man for the first down all the way down to the 1-yard line. With a pistol set and Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield, I think everyone in the stadium knows right where this ball is going on 2nd and goal. He's going to send it tight end in motion. Now he brings it back across the field. And it does go to Stevenson, who is met and brought down immediately. 3rd and goal. That will lead to a 5-wide set now for New England. He comes out as the only one in the backfield. May will obviously be looking to pass. Going to the end zone and finds this man. Touchdown, New England. They will make it 14-0. On our very next drive, it's a 3rd and 13 as we try to keep this drive alive, and we're going to get sacked all the way back to the 48-yard line. And I figured we would be in a long field goal range there. Definitely not anymore. Right before halftime, the Patriots ended up with a field goal, so now it's 17-0 as we are in the 3rd quarter, facing a 3rd down, and we actually will convert on a play that we see to Dimitri Cox to the 36. Let's go ahead and stay in on this drive and see if we can't finally get some points here. A 1st and 10 with a 5-wide set. They're bringing a blitz. Richardson throws to the outside, and he finds his man. That's Braden Willis for about a 5-yard play. Now with a 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line. With a pistol set, and it will be a handoff to Keelan Wayne, who goes to the outside, breaks that tackle, but is swarmed in the backfield. A loss of 4. That will set up a 3rd and 9 for Toronto. Richardson lines up under center. He will drop back to pass. Let it convert on the play. He throws to the outside. That'll be caught, but not a gain of much. Only about a yard, and that was to Justin Shorter. But we will send out kicker Sam Haynes to try to finally get us on the board today with a 51-yard field goal try. The kick is away, and this one will be good. We are now going to jump a little bit later into the game. As we start the fourth quarter, it's still 17-3 from the 15-yard line. He goes over the middle and finds his man for a gain of about 8. Obviously, a touchdown here would probably seal this game away for New England. A 2nd and 2 from the 7. He's going to send Hunter Henry out wide. Now he's going to come back in motion. He will take the snap, give this one to Ramondre Stevenson, who will be met and brought down. That sets up a 3rd and 2. They rule it no gain. Drake May comes back in shotgun again. This time from the 7-yard line. He will drop back to pass. An immediate rollout, and that one will fall incomplete. Now on 4th and 2, will they settle for the field goal? Yes, they will. So it will just be a short 24-yard try to make it 20-3. So we're not dead, but it's not very likely. We are down by 3 scores. But the offense is looking to get one of those right here. 1st and 10 from the Patriots 19. Richardson will drop back. They're bringing a blitz. He's under pressure, and he's going to get leveled on the play. That's a loss of 15. Just throw the ball away. I don't know why he could not comprehend that. 2nd and 25 from the 34-yard line. He will drop back to pass and go over the middle, but that one gets tipped down at the line to bring up a 3rd down. So a 3rd and 25 as Richardson lines up under center. Will obviously look to pass here. He throws this to the outside towards the sideline. It's caught by Braden Willis. I don't think they actually rule it inbounds though. So on a 4th and 25, down by 17, we're going to kick a 51-yard field goal again to try to make it a 14-point game. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be good. Unfortunately, it does not look like the defense has been able to get much of a stop here. It's a 3rd and 4 from the 28. Handoff to Ramondre Stevenson up the middle, who will be met and brought down as we burn our first timeout with 1:56 to go. And on a 4th and 1, they will send out their kicker. Now, obviously, to get back in this game, we would need a miracle. But if they make this kick, it is 100% game over, and the kick is good. Not only does that seal the game away, as we were just trying to make something happen in simulation, it looks like Ben Richardson got picked off again, this time by Marcus Jones, but he returned it for a touchdown. So that will make this final score today 30-6. Not even a close game. The offense never really got going today. And honestly, I'm kind of nervous to look at the stats because I don't feel like they're going to look good at all. Yeah, with a quarterback rating of 38.4, this might have been the worst game of his career so far. Ben Richardson finishes 13 for 25 for 158 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. On the ground, Keelan Wayne got 7 carries for 28 yards. And then receiving, Dimitri Cox was apparently the only receiver to show up today. It looks like on defense, Austin Acosta and Marcus Harris both led the team with a total of 8 tackles, but Amari Barno needed 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. He got 7 tackles and 3 tackles for loss, so we'll see what kind of reward he gets for that. There was only 2 sacks today. Dimitri Cox got 1, and it was really kind of a weird situation. I screwed up the call, so I didn't show it, but I will see if it shows up on replay. It was a really weird situation, so our rookie receiver gets a sack, and Amari Barno also comes away with a sack, but we got no interceptions. It would appear that Drake May kind of just carved our secondary all day. 23 for 29, 229 yards, and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, we actually stopped the run really well. Antonio Gibson only got 39 yards. Stevenson got 47. And then receiving, Hunter Henry got a touchdown, and Demario Douglas came away with a touchdown. And here's the play where Dimitri Cox got a sack. I tried to jump in at the end of the half, and for whatever reason, it looks like the defense for the Patriots was playing offense, and our offense was playing defense. They snap the ball, Dimitri Cox just gets a sack on their guy, and then they kick a field goal. It was a really weird thing to end the half with, so, you know, just didn't feel the need to show it. I figured there would be a replay I could show you guys, and yeah, it's just a really weird thing. So at the end of the season, I'm going to try to remember that's why Dimitri Cox has a sack on the stat sheet. Amari Barno has said, I came into the game with the same attitude as I did last game, and I think it really worked. I was locked in and felt like I had another good game. Well, we still lost by 24, so don't be too excited about that game. But he does earn 10,000 experience, and that is good enough to earn him a couple upgrade points. So we're going to go ahead and throw a couple into Speed Rusher. Let's see what he gets here. He's going to get several attributes, plus 2 to Finesse, and then 1 to Man Coverage, Play Rec, 3 to Power Move, and 1 to Tackle. And then we'll do Speed Rusher again to get him up to a 70 overall Speed Rusher. And he's going to get plus 2 to Finesse, 1 to Play Rec, 3 to Power Move, and 1 to Zone Coverage. And then we have one more upgrade here, and that's going to be Kicker Sam Haynes. We're going to upgrade his accuracy, and he only gets that upgrade boost, and he's going to get 2 to his kick accuracy. Moving on to our next game, though, we get to take on the 2-5 Atlanta Falcons, another team that is not having a great season. Following this game, we will have our bye week, and then we play Atlanta again, so great on Madden with that schedule making. But anyway, let's take a look at the Falcons roster. It does appear that Michael Penix has now taken over for Kirk Cousins, so Penix at a 75 overall is the starting quarterback. At running back is a 90 overall in Bijan Robinson. He might be a problem today. Wide receiver is going to be an 86 in Drake London, an 81 in Darnell Mooney, and a 79 in Rondale Moore. Over at tight ends, an 85 overall in Kyle Pitts. Their left tackle is going to be an 83. Left guard is a 77. Center is a 77. Right guard is a 94. And right tackle will be a 79. Jumping over to defense, they have an 82 overall at left end. At right end will be a 74. Defensive tackle will be a 73. Outside linebacker is a 76. Middle linebacker is a 79. Right outside linebacker is a 73. At corner, they have a 90 overall in AJ Terrell, and then a 75 overall. And then at free safety, a 96 in Jesse Bates, and strong safety, a 70 in Jamichael Thompson, a rookie out of Texas. And now here is hoping that this game can go just a little bit better than the last one did. Well, we are already off to a much better start. We would get the ball first, and now we have a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Richardson under center will drop back to pass, and he's getting sacked on the play. Not the first play you really want to see, but now a 2nd and goal from the 10. Out of a 5-wide set, Richardson will drop back to pass, and he's going to find Braden Willis, and that's going to turn it into a 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line. And now we will line up under center like we're actually going to run the ball. Never mind, that's going to be a false start. That will move it back to the 9-yard line now. Still a 3rd and goal. Out of a shotgun set, Richardson will look to pass. Standing in the pocket, he's going to step up, and Richardson's going to take off and get close to the end zone. They rule it a 4th and goal from the 1. And honestly, as bad as we are, I probably would just go for it and try to get the touchdown, but I guess we'll take the points and go up 3-0. We have forced Atlanta on their first drive to a 3rd and 5 at our 19. Penix is back in shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. Rolling to the outside. He's under a lot of pressure here, and he will throw this one away, so they should have to settle for a field goal as well. And believe it or not, since that field goal, nothing has really happened. We are now in the last 2 minutes of the first half. It is still 3-3, but now we get a first down into Falcons territory. I wanted to jump in and see if we can run a 2-minute offense here. Richardson will drop back to pass again, rolling to the outside. He may try to take off, and he will. Across the line of scrimmage, across the first down, and ducks out of the 34. With 1:36 to go in the half, we do have all 3 timeouts. He comes out as the only one in the backfield. He will drop back to pass again, going over the middle, and that will find Braden Willis for a gain of about 9. So now a 2nd and 1. He drops back to pass. Another quick throw. This one's going to be caught by Dimitri Cox, and he's brought down to the 20. Are we going to burn a timeout or not? Apparently not. We're going to let the clock run all the way down, and then we get flagged for a false start, and that's going to take 10 seconds off the clock. I'm actually kind of impressed Madden has that in the game. I would have rather just burned a timeout, but whatever. So with 22 seconds to go in the half, it's a 1st and 15 from the 25. Richardson will throw this one towards the sideline. That is going to be caught by DJ Dallas, who goes out of bounds to bring up a 2nd and 3. Just 18 seconds to go here in the half. Richardson back in shotgun again. Keelan Wayne is checked in at running back. But Richardson will look to pass. He's going underneath. That'll be caught by Braden Willis, who gets to about the 5-yard line and is finally ruled down. They burn several seconds, and we'll burn our first timeout with 8 seconds to go in the half. And I think we may just be settling for a field goal. I'm not going to lie. Never mind. We're going to be aggressive here. 1st and goal. With no one else in the backfield, Richardson will look to pass to the end zone, and he finds his man. Touchdown to DJ Dallas. The Falcons would get the ball to start the second half, though. It's a 3rd and 1, and we were definitely offside, so it's a free play that we blow them up in the backfield, but it's not going to matter because that offsides is going to give them the first down. Just an absolutely bonehead penalty. Now 1st and 10 from the 15. Penix back in shotgun. Will hand this one to Algier, who goes to the outside. He'll get met and brought down for a gain of about 3. Now that sets up a 2nd and 7. From the 12-yard line, he takes the snap. It's a handoff to Algier again, who goes to the outside, and he is going to fight his way to about the 7-yard line to bring up a 3rd and 2. Penix comes out in shotgun. Once again, Algier in the backfield. He will look to pass. He's going to roll to the outside. Under pressure, throws on the run, but finds his man. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jumping later into the game now in the 4th quarter. It's still 10-10. We come out with a handoff to Keelan Wayne, who was blown up in the backfield for a loss of 1. Now that sets up a 2nd and 11. Now is that going to be a false start yet again on us? And no, it'll actually be a neutral zone infraction. They, for whatever reason, called it encroachment. He didn't touch anybody, but whatever. 2nd and 6. From the 30-yard line. We'll go to DJ Dallas to the outside, who will be met and brought down for just a gain of a couple yards to bring up a 3rd and 4. And it looks like Atlanta had an injury, so it stops the clock with 7:43 to go. Now Richardson from under center will drop back to pass. Firing downfield, he finds Keelan Wayne for the first down to the 18-yard line. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. It looks like DJ Dallas has checked into the game. He will look to pass, though. He's going to the end zone, and that one will be knocked away. Now that sets up a 2nd and 10. DJ Dallas still in the backfield, and that's where we go with it. Dallas to the outside, and he's going to get a decent gain here to set up a 3rd and 2 from the 9. About 6.5 minutes to go here in the game. Out of a shotgun set, no one else in the backfield. Richardson will look to pass. Going downfield, he finds his man, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That was Kyrie Smith on the reception. Now from the 2-yard line, Richardson under center will hand off to Keelan Wayne, and Wayne will fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. We will take the lead with 5:42 to go. We will now jump into Atlanta's drive with about 3.5 minutes to go. They're at the 32-yard line with a handoff to Tyler Algier to the outside, and he'll get met and brought down for just a 5-yard carry. I really don't know where Bijan Robinson is. Maybe he was injured, but I feel like we have only seen Algier today. 2nd and 5. And Penix will drop back to pass. Dance around the pocket. Now going deep downfield. That one gets knocked away to bring up a 3rd down. They will come back in shotgun again. Penix will look to pass. It's going to be a screen to the outside that bounces off the back of his running back to bring up a 4th down. And I am not really surprised here. They are going to go for it with 2:41 remaining. Penix will drop back. He's just trying to escape the pressure, throws it downfield, and finds his man for the 1st down. Are you kidding me? It looked like we had him. It looked like we were going to get the ball, and he makes that kind of throw. Now, right before the 2-minute warning, out of a shotgun set, a quick throw will fall incomplete. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 17-yard line, handoff to Tyler Algier, who was met breaking tackles and gets brought down for no gain thanks to Tracy Wilcox. Now down to 1:30 to go. It's a 3rd and 10. From the 18-yard line, Penix will drop back to pass. He's under pressure, going downfield and finds his man. It's Drake London for the 1st and goal of the 5. And Atlanta would end up burning their first timeout with 1:22 to go. Penix back in shotgun again. Will drop back to pass. And he's going to be under pressure again, rolling to the outside, and he will throw this one through the back of the end zone. Now a 2nd and goal. No one else in the backfield. Out of a 5-wide set, Penix may look to run, and he will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. So we are going to have a chance to win this game in regulation. 1:13 to go. The kick is sent deep. He fields it at the 5. That is Matt Scandrick bringing it up across the 25, brought down to the 27-yard line. It is now up to our rookie quarterback, Ben Richardson, to drive us downfield and at least get into field goal range. Otherwise, we are most likely looking at overtime. 1:09 to play. We do have all 3 timeouts. DJ Dallas is in at running back. Richardson will drop back to pass. He throws this one to the outside. That'll be caught by Braden Willis for a 4-yard play, and he got out of bounds. So now with 1:05. Back in a shotgun set again. Richardson will drop back to pass. He's going to be under pressure. Gets rid of it over the middle. Finds Kyrie Smith. And are we going to burn a timeout? I guess not here. So down to 45 seconds for a 3rd and 2. Richardson with a quick throw to the outside. That'll be caught for the 1st down out of bounds at the 41. And by the way, that was Kyrie Smith again. So now a 1st and 10. Back in a shotgun set. A quick throw caught by Braden Willis. 35 seconds to go. We really need to burn a timeout. We're not doing it, though. We do have all 3. Richardson will drop back to pass here on 2nd down. He's going to look to run, and he will take off, getting the 1st down into Atlanta territory, and we will finally burn a timeout. 19 seconds to go. From the 43-yard line, he drops back to pass again, and he's going to let this one rip downfield, and that is a one-handed grab, but he could not come down in bounds. What in the hell kind of attempt at a catch was that? Focus on getting 2 feet in, not one hand on the ball. 2nd and 10 with 14 seconds to go. Richardson will drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket now. He steps up. He's going to take off right at the middle and will slide down with 8 seconds to go. From there, we would burn our 2nd timeout, and then Atlanta would ice our kicker. So with 8 seconds to go on a 3rd and 2, from 52 yards out, this kick is away, and the kick is good. We have a lead with 4 seconds remaining. We may very well get our 2nd win on the year in this episode. The kick is sent deep, and it will be a touchback, so they will have 1 offensive play to try something. Penix comes out in shotgun from his own 30-yard line. Obviously, we're probably just looking to throw the ball as far as he possibly can. It's going to be a deep shot downfield, a wide-open man, and are you kidding me? Touchdown, Atlanta. We let them get behind us, and Michael Penix and the Falcons just completed a miracle of a Hail Mary, and we're going to fall to 1-8. That is one of the most heartbreaking losses I think I have ever suffered in a Madden franchise. That is brutal. We get downfield with 8 seconds to go, send out a rookie to kick like a 50-plus yard field goal. He drills it, and then our kicker kicks it through the back of the end zone rather than let them return the kick or whatever. And then we just get hit for a freaking deep shot downfield to lose the game. That is an absolutely brutal way to end this one. Quarterback Ben Richardson goes 25 for 34 for 236 yards and a touchdown. Running the ball, Keelan Wayne got the ball 10 times for 12 yards and a score. And then receiving, Braden Willis 9 for 63, and the only one to catch a touchdown was our backup running back, DJ Dallas. Will Harris, our starting safety, is the one who led the team in tackles. By the way, he was also one of the ones to get burned on that final play. I saw him running right behind the receiver. We did get 2 sacks today, one from Kyle Phillips, and then it looks like Frank Ware and Marcus Harris both shared one, and we got no interceptions. Michael Penix goes 17 for 32, 234 yards, and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, they ran for 39 yards with Tyler Algier. Bijan Robinson only got 3 carries, and it does show that he was injured, so yeah, that is why he was not in the game. And then receiving, Rondell Moore 5 for 103 and a score, and yeah, that was definitely the one that got the game-winning touchdown, and Tyler Algier caught the other one. And as much as it's going to hurt, I want to look at this final play. Just runs right up the seam. Will Harris can't get turned around in time, and just wide open into the end zone. I cannot believe that this is how we lost this game. I am going to be wrapping this episode up here in week 10 in our bye week, but I do want to go take a look at one thing first. The standings for the yearly awards are now out, and I want to see if our quarterback has any chance of winning the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And right now, it's actually set to be Demetri Cox, an undrafted free agent. Ben Richardson is second, though. So as it stands right now, we should win at least Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm not even going to check Defensive Rookie of the Year just yet, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you next time.